So
I've always said,
so
let us
Ebola,
take interest in what is happening in the DRC,
right,
and even give them capacity to manage some of these things that spill over. Let us not just stop at security and the joint exploration in the Albertine region, but we should also go into. Yes, we are doing roads. But I know the status of the roads. Don't be over. I know what is happening there. So we must also take interest in public health in the DRC. If we need to be, go and give them capacity. We do capacity building there. Because
But Edgar, hasn't Rwanda been punished for wanting to manage DRC?
I will refrain from commenting on anything to do with that republic. Thank you very much.
Egesa, our guests today.
Yeah, on the issue of Ebola, first of all, the initial government position.
You had corrections. There was a correction.
No, he was referring to trypanosomiasis.
No, just a little bit of a correction. Egesa, it is me you need to give attention.
Okay.
So you had a correction from Moses Byarahanga, also Fonopondo, on that minister you talked about. Then you had someone who kind of supports you, I hope. Wilson Byarahanga says, at Semoya Msoke, this is on X, formerly Twitter, President Yoweri Museveni announced Uganda's full cabinet 2021-2026 late Tuesday night on June 8th, 2021. But the PM and VP, the Prime Minister and Vice President, had been earlier appointed.
That's what I was telling because for me,
so
usually, you see what happens.
On one, he made the correction. On two, you made the correction.
Yeah.
So,
you see, the thing is that for me, I don't actually maintain journals. I have dates on fingertips. For the last 40 years of my...
but for now, you are finishing the show with comments on Ebola.
Now, on Ebola, you see,
some people are gifted. You don't need to explain that one.
No, my mathematical prowess is not debatable.
Yeah,
it's not debatable. It's in the public domain.
So the issue is this. Few minutes that we have.
The issue is this. Okay, the issue is this. On the issue of Ebola, I think the initial government position was not well
articulate.
Not articulated, but thought out, thought out in terms of the geopolitical economy of epidemics and pandemics.
Right.
There are several players in these things. The WHO, weak as it is right now, then the Global North. These guys, if they have come and they have said, okay, this is what we are. This is the position we are taking on Uganda and DRC for Ebola. You cannot begin by throwing punches that no, these are parasites feeding over. I could understand where our friend Alan Kasuji of the Media Center was coming from to take that stand, but then they needed to harmonize the position as government and have one position. They could have even opted to go the Magufuli way, the way he went about COVID. He said no. He first kept quiet, received the funding. After receiving the funding, then said no, but Tanzania decides how we go about this. We have our own way of fighting this pandemic. Now, for us, we started by first of all fighting. Yeah.
We started fighting with.
Yeah. So we started fighting. We started fighting international media. And going into denial mode, the same way China went about the COVID-19 pandemic.
Burundi went
yeah. So we started with the denial, which I think was not a very good move at this point.
Even contrary to our public policy.
Yes. We shouldn't. I think that one there we actually lost our footing. We shouldn't have gone that way. Now with the realities hitting us, it seems we are getting back in line. Yeah, some people have been saying no, it's because funding is coming. No, but I think we started wrongly, but now we are getting back in line, and now we can work with the Western media that we are attacking to drive the message to the not only the population but also the international community. Instead of going confrontational in the international community where you are weaker, it would be better to use a persuasive approach. Yeah, so confrontation was never going to get us anywhere. I think we should actually be persuading these people so that these advisories, are not just thrown out casually. Yeah, we should engage them more instead of being confrontational.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. I quite like you, Mr. Egesa Ronald Leonard. Thank you for coming to the gang with strong opinions. I hope you had some chapati. You didn't. When you're coming to gang, Star Cafe provides. You don't need to.
You don't have to carry one in your pocket.
You don't have to carry one in your pocket.
But from the way he's talking,
from the way he's talking, and the way you usually talk, both of you carry chapatis in your pockets.
For me, I'm proportionate. Him, I'm not very certain whether there's no drone waiting for him.
So I thank you very much for coming on to gang. Edgar, thank you. Benjamin, thank you. Derek, thank you. Abdu, thank you. And then our big people in the studio, Honorable Ofonopondo. I'm learning to say that.
We'll have to adjust to call him
on that one, you're right.
I'm learning to say that the big people in the studio.
On that one, you're right. Train your tongue.
Yes.
To refer to me as Honorable Ofonopondo. and while I'm at that, I'm now beginning to get worried for my brother Abdu.
Yeah.
After half a century in Parliament.
No, parliamentarians, the honorable stays.
Yeah,
Honorable Lydia Wanyuto, Mutende Minister, thank you very much. Schools are back in session. Star Cafe, thank you for providing. I am Oscar Simwayams, okay? And I shall see you next week.
Some therapy to readjust to ordinary life.
How would I continue to have a first class?